Hello, this is Iron Spiderfist, and today we're gonna take a look at an item sorter, which is right behind me, where you can put in your armor and tools and it will sort out your armor. So let's hop right into it, shall we? When it comes to armor, it can actually be placed automatically onto an armor stand. So if we take a look, this basically places the armor stand first. The sword doesn't get equipped because it can't be equipped. And then we get the item that is actually on the armor stand. So in this case, we got leather pants, and yeah, it basically works just using redstone and a dispenser. Right here, we can see it also has one item that is equipped. And if we try again to equip an item, it doesn't work anymore. So basically, we need to make sure that as soon as some of these leather pants are actually equipped, that we then destroy the armor stand. So in this case, we're using arrows to fire at the armor stand, which then breaks it, and it basically gets picked up by a hopper. I made a few designs, so in this case, it was basically just running a line into these things right here. So first of all, we're placing it, then we're putting in the item and we're destroying it. That was basically the whole idea. If we now take a look at these leather pants, it should work very fine. In this case, you can see some leather pants just drop out some of the leggings, so we're gonna need something different. That is why I designed another contraption with a bit more room, but still there was the same problem. And then we had a few different alterations, and I came up with this design right here. Here it's pretty basic. We're using this chest right here. You can see there is a boatload of armor and swords right in here, and we're just gonna take these chests with us, and we are going to place them down right here. So this one first, and then the second one. And then it gets sucked out by a hopper, and we can see the machine working. Basically, the armor is getting placed on the armor stand and it gets dropped. And as soon as we have a sword, it gets put into this little space right here, where we can put some lava or another hopper line if we want. But basically, this is these items that we don't want anymore or that we want to destroy. So basically, this is just the thing that gets left. We can see right here, we have a dispenser that dispenses the armor stand. We have the hopper line running into this, where actually the armor gets dispensed. And yeah, then we also have this dispenser right here with all of the arrows inside. So the way that it works is we basically pull out the armor from this chest, put it into this dispenser right here, and we take an output using a comparator. This output then gets transferred into a few different locations. First of all, and the most important one, we're using this line right here and this target block to actually place an armor stand. And then with 1 tick delay, we actually power this target block, and actually this is why the armor gets dispensed onto the armor stand. Then also from this target block, we're taking an output and we're running this output with a bit of a delay up here, where there's the arrows and that shoot down and destroy the armor stand. The rest is basically just storage. So we have here storage for armor stands, we've got storage for arrows, and we have storage for the input. So basically, you're putting a big chest in here or running a hopper line inside of this, into this hopper, and that's basically where everything starts. The rest down here, we can see we've got the eyes, so that every item, every sword that is not, or every tool that is not actually placed onto the armor stand gets swung over or gets flung over to this little block right here. And then we have a slab that the armor stand sits on top, so that it is basically 1.5 blocks to go, where the item still equips on the armor stand. but the swords basically always land in this corner right here and don't get placed into the system back again. As soon as we have this, we basically filter out the armor stands using this item filter right here. We could have made another one, so I put another one down, but basically because it's always a hopper thing, there should not be any armor stands in here, and you see there's always just armor inside of here, but we could have also made a second filter. Then again, we use this hopper line to run it into this drop elevator. We basically make it completely silent because we're using this comparator right here, and in every in every dropper that gets powered, there is an armor stand inside, so we don't get any noise from the drop elevator. And yeah, up here you can see there's a bit of an item delay because this is already full, and therefore we can't put more armor stands inside. But it doesn't really matter, then it will just sit in this dropper in case we have a loss of armor stands. If you want to build this yourself, I'm gonna have a flyby right now where you can actually see what is happening or what the actual machine does. And yeah, so just take a look and you can basically rebuild it from here. If you need any further instructions, just make sure to give a comment or a like, or both of them, and I'll get right to it. There's actually a small chance that something like this will happen, where the chest plate might slip onto the ice block. It's a slim chance. I had this happen like once or twice, but just to make sure, I'm gonna put it into this video so that you can know that this is not a non-fallible system. In this case, it doesn't actually matter if it's an armor piece that is worn higher or lower on the armor stand, so it's basically doesn't matter if it's the boots or if it's the helmet, because when they pop up it's basically always the same height. This has been Iron Spider Fist. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a subscribe or a comment, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!